What's going on, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? I feel like it's been a little minute since I talked to y'all, man. I know I ain't been making a whole lot of videos. Some of y'all been asking where I've been, if everything's okay. Yes, everything is perfect, man. Everything is lovely. You know, just had the book release yesterday. I couldn't even put up a post saying thank y'all, and I'm happy that my books are officially launched and all of that. I was so busy signing pre-sales. Like I said, I would sign all the pre-sale copies, and y'all definitely gave me plenty to work on. So thank y'all. But that ain't what I wanted to talk about, man. Some of y'all seen the poem that I posted, the Kinda Love poem, where basically I talked about, how I want that for everything. Even though I'm relatively young, I'm 27 years old, I want something like the 70-year-old couples have, that old gray hair, wrinkles on your face, still smiling, grabbing each other's ass. Like, that's what I want, like, for the rest of my life, right? I don't want to start over with someone new all the time. Like, that just ain't my style. And typically, I'm the person saying, you know what? If you want to be a guy or girl who just moves how you move with no strings attached, then do you. But I saw a comment from a guy saying, you know what? Monogamy ain't natural, man. Monogamy ain't natural. We ain't supposed to be with just one person. It ain't even natural. Why not be with anybody you could be with if that's what you can do? Why you want to be tied down for the rest of your life? That don't make sense. Let me tell you something, man. For him and anybody else, like, I get it. I get what you're saying. But it's bullshit. Because wearing deodorant ain't natural, technically speaking, but we do it. Or at least I hope you do. If you got any real friends, you do. I'm just going to assume that you do. So all that, if it ain't natural or technically natural, then you can't learn to do it. That's just bullshit, man. There's a such thing called learned behaviors. So for one, don't even try that. But we claim to be all these logical human beings. Brothers always talking about women are the emotional ones. We are so logical. Okay, let's put all morals, emotions, even religion aside. Practically speaking, it makes full and complete sense to settle down with one woman. Why? Think of it like this. Say you building a house, right? Or say you're not building a house. Say that's what you can do. But instead, you go around building not even foundations. You go around building parts of houses over and over and over again in different spots. You got sheetrock over here. You got roof shingles over here. You know what I'm saying? You got insulation over here. You just start and stop over and over and over again. But you never complete one house from the ground up. What kind of sense does that make? You do that for 10, 15, shit, some of y'all niggas 25, 30 years. What you gonna have to show for it? Nothing. As opposed to if you go on one spot, you start from the ground. You know what I mean? You start that ground foundation, you build from there. And then you go in the right order of steps, or even if you don't go in the right order of steps, you stay in that one spot and you build and you build and you build. After 10, 15, 20 years, what you gonna have to show for it? Some big ass mansion. You know what I mean? That you and everybody that you love can enjoy. That's the difference between running around with different girls, getting to know different girls, getting this, trying to assess different characters, getting comfortable with different girls over and over and over again for decades, for some of y'all, as opposed to getting with one girl, going through your trial and error, going through your shit with them, sticking with it, you know what I mean, weathering the storms, investing in them, having her invest in you. Because that's one of the biggest benefits, practically, just practically speaking, logically only. Doesn't that make more sense? And from what I understand, man, 9 times out of 10, a girl ain't really trying to start over with a new dude every other day anyway. That's a new dude that she got to tell her secrets to, expose her vulnerabilities and her flaws to, get to know his family, assess his character, hold back on her feelings just in case he ain't the one for her. No girl wants to do that shit over and over again. So eventually you're going to burn out on options unless you one of them niggas that's going to be 60 years old talking about, I need me a 25-year-old young thing out here looking creepy as fuck still in the clubs. That's what those dudes end up being. Those guys who swear they never, ever, ever gonna settle down at 50, 60, 70, hopefully they don't get no older than that. You can't even date women your age because they done with the bullshit that you're trying to run on them. So they got to go, find some old 19, 20, 21-year-old out here looking sad. I don't want to be that guy still in the club trying to pick up on people that's my granddaughter age. So I don't know if that's your thing, man, but, being a thot all your life, that shit ain't the move. You know what I mean? If you have your phase, I'm not saying you wrong for having your phase, your time in your life where you say, you know what, I'm not really feeling a relationship. I'm not really feeling being vulnerable. I got other shit that I'm trying to hold as a priority in my life. So I'm going to move how I move, honestly, with no strings attached. That's cool. But the end goal logically makes sense that it would be to settle down with one woman. We ain't got to talk about, you know, if you ain't shit nigga, or if you're a fuck boy, or what the Bible say, or none of that. Practically speaking, why would you continue on and on building a different foundation in different spots with nothing to show for it? Because at the end of it, you got to walk away from every girl that you started and stopped with. Because she invested feelings in you that she can't take to its fullest potential. So in her best interest, she got to cut you off because you ain't no good for her. What sense does that make? None to me, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, that long-term thotting, y'all can have that shit, man. I want one girl that I can stick through it with. This shit gonna be difficult. I know it is. It ain't always gonna be fun. I know that's how it go. Sometimes it's gonna have its ups and downs. Sometimes it's gonna seem boring compared to what everybody else doing. But I don't want to just go around building. I want to enjoy the building that I've been building on for the last 10 years. At what point in time do y'all stop and say, you know, I want to enjoy this big-ass house and this mansion. I want to relax in comfort. Nah, y'all want to run around with people you can't trust, people that barely even know you over and over again, pretending that you living a life when really you just empty inside. That's it.